Hi, my name is Dr. David Camp. I'm with Americans Listen. I want to tell you about what we did over the inaugural weekend. On the Friday of the inauguration and the next day, we deployed about 5 or 6 listeners each day out to the mall as well as to New York Avenue Presbyterian Church, Lincoln's Church, 2 blocks from the White House. Our goal was to conduct short 10-minute interviews with Americans who had come to Washington so we could hear from them about questions like, what needs to happen so that the nation comes together? What are the lessons we can learn from the election? Or what are some misunderstandings that each side has of the other? This next piece is about one of the questions that we asked people, which was, what are misunderstandings that the other side has of people like you, and what are misunderstandings that people on your side had about the other side?
I was going to say, I thought that some of the revealing questions were, with the one Trump supporter I interviewed, would reflect on the other side. So what stereotypes does your side have about the other side? So when I asked the first question, what are stereotypes people have about you? Like 20, right off the top of his head. We're a racist, we're xenophobic, we're whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. And when I flipped the question around, he's like, oh yeah, totally, we have stereotypes that aren't true. Godless.
Sure.
And it was really interesting because
he didn't have many specifics.
It really couldn't come up with them. And so that was actually, while the answer wasn't there, the lack of an answer was in itself revealing, which I thought was.
But some people, I was actually surprised, some people did have quite a list of stereotypes that they had about the other side.
They knew it, and yet they still would carry that, right.
Exactly. Oh, so they answered that question, it worked.
It did work. I thought so. They knew very well that there were those stereotypes on their side, and yet still kind of would
What did
push those forward.
What did the Trump people bring up about stereotypes that
Things
they
like
had?
lazy and
that was one that I heard too. Yeah.
that they're always looking for a handout.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
One guy had a comment. Let's see if I can remember it. The left has given up on the country, or doesn't believe in the country, and the right, it was a conservative guy, the right doesn't believe in government. Which I thought was an interesting juxtaposition of what he saw as the abuses of the two extremes.
Right.
I'd never heard it said quite. I'm not sure that's a formulation that's out there, but I thought that was interesting. The leftists have given up on the country, and conservatives have given up on government.
There was a similar one that I heard where they were saying that one of the misconceptions, like the left essentially didn't want people to do well or something like that, and they're saying, well, like, no, I realize that like everyone wants to rise. It's just kind of the abuses at this very kind of small percentage, but they knew that there was this larger stereotype of like that, somehow the left hates everyone doing well or something, something like that. So they knew.
How did the race question do? Thank you so much for listening. We look forward to our next release of information about what we learned on this exciting project.